Good Monday morning to everybody. And welcome once again back to my exciting, spectacular YouTube channel. It's not. And once again, I'm coming to you from my backyard in Florida. As you can see, all around me are the woods. Although there is a street behind me, so every now and then you're going to hear cars. So I don't want you to think that I'm bullshitting you, that I'm not in the woods. I'm kind of in the woods, but I'm kind of in my backyard at the same time. You're going to hear cars going by because there is a street right directly behind me, and there's another one up in front of me here. So, but I'm in a little patch of woods in the deep Florida terrain here. Now, what I would like to talk, I'm also, I don't know if this is going to pan up or not, but as you can see, I am in a pretty thick canopy above me, and every now and then something drops out of the trees on me. I don't know exactly what it is. As long as it doesn't hurt me, I don't care. But what I'd like to talk to you, I was sitting at home a little while ago here, and I was watching some YouTube videos, and I happened to come across some YouTube videos of people, of people dumpster diving. So I started watching, and I watched a few, and I've watched some in the past. And the only thing I can say is that if you go dumpster diving and you put it on YouTube, you need to stop doing it, okay? And here's why. Because you're ruining it for people like me and others who do it and do it the proper way. And I just walked right into a spider web. But there are people out here who are, and not everybody's doing it. Now there's a few people on YouTube that, let me see if I can put this up here. There's a few people out here who actually are truthful in their dumpster diving techniques and what they find. Oops, sorry. I'm using a gimbal, so it gets a little crazy every now and then. But I've noticed there's a large percentage of people out here who do dumpster diving on YouTube who are lying through their fucking teeth, okay? One group that lies, and there's no way you can tell me you find 6 iPhones in one day, okay? Something about Abandoned Exploration Squad or some shit like that. I think they're out of California. These guys are so full of shit, their eyes are probably brown. That's why they never show their faces on TV. And I got a mosquito dive bombing me here. The mosquitoes in Florida are horrendous. But these guys, I mean, come on. I watched a couple of their videos, and granted, you're not going to put out a video when you find nothing when you go dumpster diving. I get that, okay? I go dumpster diving. I'll never put a dumpster diving video out here because of the second reason that I think they're stupid to do is you have some slack-jawed idiot watching your dumpster diving video, and he thinks in his head, well, hell, I can go out there and do that too. Okay, you can go out there and do it, but I've been doing it for 2 years. I've taken a little bit of a break being down here in Florida because of certain situations, and I'm not really sure where to go. I have a couple people that do it in this area too, that I've on a private Facebook page that we do. Me and my daughter Miranda do our videos on. We do videos and put them out here of dumpster diving. But the point is, there is some people, they do it, and you can just tell they're lying through their fucking teeth. You can just tell, and they're ruining it for everybody. They're ruining it for the people who want to do them. They're ruining it for the people who are surviving off of dumpster diving. And there are many people out there that dumpster dive to live. You know, they have a great little area in there where they live. Sorry about that. And they use their finds to, you know, supplement their lifestyle, their income, and whatnot. But you get these guys out here, like this Abandoned Exploration Squad, I think they're called. They never show their faces on TV. But, man, every time they go out, it's jackpot city. They claim to find PS4s, iPhones, and, you know, anything else top-line electronics. They always claim to be finding them. And every video is, you know, a bonanza. It's just fucking phenomenal. It's absolutely great. Little gecko there. I don't know if you see him or not. See if I can get him over here. Nope, he ran off. Oop. Shit. Rule number 1 when using a gimbal: don't hit it against anything. But these guys, I mean, they gotta be full of shit, okay? They just have to be. I've been doing it for about 2 years. I did it in Illinois. I had a nice little area staked out, and I found some very, very good stuff. But the last couple months before we moved, I didn't find hardly anything. And part of the reason I didn't find anything was because, well, there was a gentleman back in the county that I lived in, back in Illinois, in McHenry County, where he had a resale shop, and he would go out every now and then, and he ruined it for everybody in that area. He ruined it for everybody. And no offense to the guy, I like the guy. I've sold several things to him in his shop. He's been very kind to me. He's never treated me badly. But personal opinion only, he ruined dumpster diving for a lot of people. And actually, if you think about it, the reason he did it, and I understand why he did it, because if you ruin it, he's only going to increase his business. How? Simple. He makes it so that the stores get pissed off. He was a very cool guy. He got permission from a lot of these stores. He would go out and he would talk to these people and, you know, and whatnot. And that's just good business. Absolutely great business mind. The man is a freaking genius when it comes to running a business. So how do you do that? You eliminate your competition. Dumpster divers were his competition in a sense, because they could go out and find something for free, where he was finding the same item or buying the same item from a garage sale and having to sell it at a little bit higher of a price to make a better of a profit. I get it, and I don't have a problem with that. That's American capitalism at its best, and good job, fantastic. But the real thing is these idiots who hang on, I'm gonna set this up here. It's these idiots who go out there and they fake most everything that they find. There we go. And what you're doing is you're hurting it for everybody, okay? You're hurting it for the people, like I said earlier, who use this to supplement their income, that use the stuff, that sell these items on eBay or Let Go or whatever system they're using to sell it. You're ruining it for them, because now you get these idiots out here who see, okay, this guy just found an iPhone and an iPad and it's brand new in the box, and they're not smart enough to realize that they're being lied to. They're being bold-faced lied to. Yes, you can find cool items while you dumpster dive. The problem is you don't always find cool items when you dumpster dive. Now, I never dived for food or stuff like that. I just did basically stuff that I could use in my house, and stuff that I knew I could sell right away, stuff that I wouldn't have to sit on for a long time, hold in my garage or whatnot. And that's fine. That was my style. And it was also for an entertainment factor, because me and my daughter, we did dumpster diving on a private Facebook page, and we did it for the entertainment factor, because it's just what we like to do. But there's too many local yokels out here now who, they see it on YouTube and they think that that's just the way life is, and then they go out and do it. And then the problem is they leave messes, they backtalk store employees when they come out there, they threaten people, they threaten other divers. They are just assholes. And that's what's ruining it for a lot of people who dumpster dive. There is a certain finesse to dumpster diving that you have to do. And basically, there's a code. It took me a while to learn the code, because I joined a dumpster diving group on Facebook. And I joined a very good group, an absolutely excellent group of people. None of these people that are in this group would listen to these people on YouTube who are dumpster diving. Now, back to my buddies out there in California, the ones that I'm dead set are lying. I watched it one time. They claimed to have found 4 iPhones in one night. Really? And, you know, they always talk about going and doing this adventure and going to this place, and, you know, we're going to dumpster dive at a bank, and we're not supposed to. But you never see their faces. It's always the hands. That's all you ever see is his hands going through the bags and stuff. You know, they're lying. So if you're going to dumpster dive, more power to you. I believe it's a great little hobby. You can find some cool stuff. Half of my house was furnished with dumpster diving material that I found. You know, I found some brand new things. Then I found some things that might be missing a screw or a bolt here and there. And again, if you can find that stuff and if you can make a buck off it, go for it. But don't broadcast what you're doing. If you do, find a private page on Facebook and do it for that group. Let them see what your finds are. Let them congratulate you. Don't put it out there for 40, 50,000 people to see you doing it, because you're inevitably ruining it for everybody who does it. Because a lot of these people, and that's one thing you have to learn about Facebook, or excuse me, about YouTube. A lot of these people who dumpster dive on Facebook, on YouTube, are lying to you. If they're finding good things like gold chains and Rolex watches and game stations and play whatevers, and they're lying to you, okay? They're bold-faced lying to you. And there's another group out there, these guys, I don't think they do it anymore, but what they were doing is they were going around to GameStops, and they were finding it, because GameStop is really a stupid store. Instead of destroying what they purchased from customers, they just throw it away. They keep it on the shelf for so long and they throw it away. Or they send some of the units back to get them refurbished. But inevitably, some of the stuff ends up in the trash can. Now, no problem with how GameStop runs their business. I don't care. But these guys are going into their dumpsters, finding games and whatnot, taking back a handful of games, getting 10, 15, 20 bucks for them, right out of their own dumpster. And then they would openly brag about it on YouTube. We just fucked the GameStop out of 20 bucks. Well, you know what? There is going to be an employee or a manager or some corporate ding-dong who's watching YouTube one night, and he's going to see that, and he's going to put out a memo and tell them, hey, we need to start locking our dumpsters. Back in my old state, I had a couple of dumpsters get locked on me because inevitably idiots were coming out there, trashing the place. I always tried to clean up after myself. If I left a mess, I always tried to put it all back in the dumpster. Because now the second or the third problem with it is, now you've got an employee who's got to get paid to go out there, stand outside, and clean up your shit that you just created. Okay? That's wasted productivity for the company. That's going to piss off a manager because they got to justify that time on their reports back to corporate offices. So, how do they do that? They request that the garbage company comes out and locks the dumpster. Bing. Now you're down one dumpster because it's locked. Then you get the idiots who break into the dumpsters. Now you're in violation of the law. Okay? It's just not worth it. The whole idea of dumpster diving is to look at it as ninja style. Get in, get out. Somebody catches you, don't argue with them. If it's another person, they come up and they give you that crap line, I'm a cop, I'm security. Yeah, fuck with them, who cares? They're idiots. They're just trying to scare you out of that dumpster because it's a good one for them. But if an employee comes out, say, hey, sorry. Don't lie to him. Don't do the old bullshit, I'm looking for boxes. Okay, that's played out. That is extremely played out. Nobody cares about the box thing anymore. So, if you're dumpster diving and you're putting it on YouTube, stop doing it. Because you're ruining the whole thing. There's going to come a time when every single dumpster in this country is going to have a lock on it. And it's going to be because of these idiots who openly brag on YouTube. There's another guy, I can't remember his name. He's kind of a bigger dude. And I think he's in California also, and he always cries and about how art is always, I found this and I found that. And a prime example of a store that's fighting back on dumpster diving is Ulta. Their stores are putting locks on all their dumpsters because, and not only that, but they're instructing the employees to destroy everything that they throw away. Now, I've gone to Ulta before the locks went on the dumpsters, and I've gone to Ulta after the locks were on the dumpsters. But I've never broken into the dumpsters. Now, there's one in Algonquin, Illinois, that I used to frequent every Saturday morning. And I got out there, and I had some words with an employee one time. But the only reason I did that was because the man made a threatening gesture toward my then 17-year-old daughter. Well, if you know me, you don't do that, because I'll rip your fucking head off. And and this guy, just a complete asshole. So, Jose from Ulta, if you're watching, fuck you. So I guess the bottom line to this video is simply this. If you're going to dumpster dive, no problem. Do it. I encourage you to do it. Go out there, look for anything you can find, get what's yours, but be smart about it. Don't listen to these knuckleheads on YouTube who are trying to explain to you and tell you that they are finding treasure after treasure after treasure every time they go out. They are lying to you. They are lying, lying, lying. They're planting shit in the dumpsters, and then they're going to find what they've planted, and they're claiming that they find it themselves. Okay? There's another gentleman out here who I truly believe his dumpster diving activities, I believe it's Omar Gosh TV. Now, he's down here in Florida, too. I would actually like to meet the guy sometime. So, Omar, if you're out there, hey, man, let's hook up. I'd love to do a video with you. He is very, very truthful. He did do funny ones. One time he hid a $20 bill in the dumpster, and it was a prank. And he had, I think it was his son or his nephew or whatever, open it up, and they found it. Like, wow, look what I found. And he's like, no. Harley Davidson going by. Nice one, too. But he said right out, this was a prank. I set it up. He's done other things where he's planted mannequins in there and let his wife and daughter find it, and they scream, But if you ever want to watch somebody who's truthful in what they say when they dumpster dive, watch Omar Gosh, G-O-S-H, Omar Gosh TV here on YouTube. Very nice guy. I'd love to meet him. I really would love to meet him. I don't know exactly where he lives in Florida, but I don't think he's that far from me. He's got some really good tips, and he can show you the proper way. The proper way. Now, I'll never put out a dumpster diving video on here. I won't do it unless I'm with Omar. If I ever hook up with Omar, I would put one out with him because he's kind of a cool dude. I like him. But just remember, the shit that you see out here is all fabricated, edited, and it's all BS. The truth to the matter of dumpster diving is this. You can go out for 3 weeks and not find a damn thing. And then on your 4th week, you'll find a shitload of stuff. The key is, remember, find out what time the stores throw their stuff out. Most people like to go in the day or at nighttime. I used to go early morning on Saturdays because that's just the way the garbage schedule ran for us up there in Algonquin at the Algonquin Commons. But that area has been played out. I don't believe that there's any more really good activity up at that area, but I'm not up there anymore. So if you're going to try it and you're in Algonquin, Illinois, go hit up Algonquin Commons. I suggest you go on a Saturday or a Sunday at between 6 and 7 in the morning. You'll be surprised. You can find some pretty good stuff up there. I found a lot of good things up there. Right now we're currently dumpster diving at a Dollar General down here. I've only been down here for a few months, so It's taken me a while to figure out the schedule of the store, and it's the one that's closest to our house, which makes it really convenient. And that's the other thing I don't understand, these people who claim that they're driving 3 hours to go dumpster diving. You got a serious addiction if you're going 3 hours just to go jump in a dumpster. But bear that in mind, that a lot of what you see on YouTube is fake. 100% fake. Okay? And I guess that's the end of this little rant. And with that being said, if you like what you had to hear today, I would really appreciate a like. If you didn't like what you heard today, down in the comments, tell me what your problem is. Tell me what my problem is. Tell me what the world's problem is. Tell me what the problem is with dumpster diving in your eyes if you're a dumpster diver. And if you're not, do your research. Make sure that you understand what you're doing, because there is an art form to it of somewhat. You just can't jump in a dumpster and throw shit all over the ground and expect everybody to be pulling out gold Rolex watches and, you know, and whatnot. So, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, if you watched it all the way through. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, please. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. I'm only at 15. I've only been doing this for a short time. I would really appreciate the subscription if you would just please do that for me. And with that being said, I am out of here, and we will see you again probably Tuesday. If not Tuesday, definitely Wednesday. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your time.